Welcome, everyone, for another episode of Department 3C Presents, a podcast presented to you by Department 3C. We haven't been back for a little while. I've been on a little mini hiatus, but hopefully you guys will have a new podcast to listen to very soon. Thanks for the support. Thanks for reaching out to me. And thank you for everything, Podcast Land. Today I'm here with a classmate and a real good buddy of mine, Lewis Fox. Today we're going to talk about uprooting our lives from where we were to where we're at now and how we did all that and everything else. Just a real quick backstory about Lewis. He's going to tell you where he's from and everything, but like I said, he was my classmate and we were in the academy together. We actually got to teach in the academy together, and one of the nicest guys who gives me the finger every time he sees me, and I appreciate it. It's like such a term of endearment. It's like it's better than a hug. Lewis, even though he's from out of state, my father passed when I was in the academy, and he, with my instructor and a couple of my other classmates, came all the way from Chicago to Cleveland to visit me for that situation, and that just really touched my heart still to this day. I still appreciate that, and I just had to give him a shout out in public to everybody for doing that for me. Now,
anytime, buddy.
Now it's being, well, I'm not mean, but now it's back to middle fingers, and
that's right.
You can say what you want to say. So we got the E on here, so don't.
Right.
You don't have to hold your tongue.
Game on.
With all that being said, Lewis, how are you today?
I'm good, buddy.
All right. So, where are you from?
I'm from Vancouver, Washington.
Okay.
Not Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, Washington.
Vancouver, Washington.
It's about 10 minutes north of Portland.
Okay. So, just easy question. How did you end up here in Chicago?
Took a test. That's it.
That's it? What made you take the test?
Me and like 5 buddies.
Okay.
Said, hey, man, you want to go to Chicago, have a dues like weekend? And just, they're testing. We were testing all over the place. So like, why not? Let's go. Let's check it out.
Okay.
So it worked out to where the test happened that day. That afternoon was a Cubs game. So came to the test. Went to the Cubs game. Then went out and partied.
In Wrigleyville.
And everywhere over there.
Yeah.
Took the subway the wrong way.
Went further north?
All the way to 95th Street. To where
you went south.
Some guy goes, hey, man, you guys aren't from here, are you? I said, no. He goes, man, you might want to get off and go the other way. Because that was back when the projects were still up. And
yeah.
We're like, hey, let's go to White Sox Park. So we go there and walk across the street. People are throwing stuff at us. Man, get the hell out of here. Fuck you. Throwing bottles
Did y'all
out
have
the
on
window.
Cubs clothes?
No, just walking around. But you got 3 white dudes walking around over by the projects, and what are you doing? What are you doing over here?
Yeah, they saw you sticking out like a sore thumb.
So we got back on the train and went the other way.
Okay, well, I'm glad you were able to survive that. You lived. That's what I say. Say, Harry, I lived. I'm around. Okay, so you came, took the test with a bunch of buddies. Same thing I did. Came, took the test with a bunch of buddies. Any of your other buddies get called or anything?
No, it was funny when the list came out. Like you remember the numbers?
Yes.
You got that letter. I was like, man, 843. They got something's got to be wrong.
Yeah.
So I called everybody like, hey, man, what's your number? 14,000. What's your number? 9,000. What's yours? I said 843. Man, there's got to be a number missing. Something's got to be wrong.
Yeah.
This can't be correct.
Yeah.
And it was correct.
Yep. 3 years later.
3 years later.
Yep. That's how long it took.
Opened up the mailbox one day and was like, letter from Chicago. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations. You can fly out and do initial processing. Which was turning your interest card and time stamp.
Exactly.
So I flew all the way here.
Yes.
Like a last second trip. Me and another buddy were like, hey, man, you want to fly out there with me? I don't know what I got to do, but they told me I got to turn this card in. So I walk in. And I'm like, where do I get in line? I'm like, all right. I don't know what I'm doing. So I go in little room and time stamp. Like, what else we got to do? She goes, that's it.
That's it.
That's it? She's like, yeah, that's it. Okay.
That's the same thing I said. I didn't have to fly from that far, but I drove up by myself, punched the thing, and I was like, hey, can anybody in? Nope. You want the job or not?
Yep.
I'm like, well, yeah. Stamp that card, put it in that box. See you later.
Yeah, have a nice day.
And
Next.
That was it.
Next.
Yep. That was it. So it was a rough and tumble situation.
It was a nice initiation to Chicago.
Yes. There you
I remember
go.
my buddy was out in the waiting room waiting, and he was like leaning on something, and the chief that was there was like, excuse me. don't lean on that. He was like, what? He goes, yeah, don't lean on that. So I come outside. He goes, man, what's going on? I go, what you talking about? He goes, I got yelled at because I was leaning against this. I was like, I don't know, man. Don't lean against that.
Don't lean against it, right.
What'd he tell you? But yeah, that was...
Nothing.
That was my initiation into Chicago Fire Department was that day.
Okay, cool. Well, sounds very familiar. Sounds like what we all had to go through, what people are going through now as well. So, like I said, this whole episode is about uprooting your family. Tell us a little bit more about coming from Vancouver, Washington, all the way here. Tell us just about the process and how that all went.
So, you remember the whole come out here for initial processing?
Yep.
So you came out here, you sat down, like, all right, blah, 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 here's your paperwork. Take this back, fill it out, and send us all this stuff back.
Yep.
Okay. So I fly back home, fill out all the stuff, send it back. Don't hear anything. Okay, fly out here on this day. And it was like, I think it started in March, because I remember it was St. Patty's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I came out here in March, and we had to come out in April.
Yep.
And we had to come out in May for another processing.
Yep.
And then I was like, book an airplane ticket, because they only give you like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was like buying last second airfare.
Yeah.
And booking a hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So do all that, fly out. Then that last processing was like, I think July. So I was quitting my job at the end of July because we were starting August 17th.
Right.
So now I'm like, all right, I got to find a place to live.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where am I going to move to? I don't know. Only thing I know is coming out here going to a Cubs game. So I look over there. I'm like, I am not living over here because I can't afford it.
Yes, a lot.
I didn't even know about Boys Town at the time. So I was walking around looking for stuff. I wanted to get something to drink, and some guy was like, hey, what you want? I was like, where the hell am I at? Then I looked, and I was like, oh, a rainbow flag. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I was talking to somebody, and they're like, oh, man, you found Boys Town. Like, yeah, I don't want to move over there. I'm good.
It's cheap in Boys Town, though. Well, it used to be. I don't know about now.
I didn't know where I was at. So then I'm on Apartment Finder, because that's where somebody said to look.
Yeah.
So I print off like 7 apartments. Now, keep in mind, I got no idea where I'm looking, no idea what I'm looking for. Just, hey, here's these apartments. So I remember calling to one guy, and I was like, hey, what train do I take? He goes, train doesn't come here. I go, how do I get to you?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to take a cab or get somebody to drive you. Okay. So I asked the cab driver, I'm like, hey, I got to go to this place. And he looks at me like, excuse me? I said, yeah, I got to go to this place. It was on the west side. I had no idea. Because it was cheap apartment and they just rehabbed it. So I was like, yeah, I'll go look at this.
Yeah.
The cab driver was like, what? So I get in the cab. He drives up. All right, bye. See ya. I'm just standing on a corner on the west side by myself.
He just hightails it out of there.
Trying to call this dude from Apartment Finders. Hey, I'm outside. Oh, yeah, I'm on my way. People are starting to come out, looking at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you over here?
Yeah.
So now the crowds get a little bigger. I'm still standing by myself. I go inside. I'm looking at the apartment. I hear bang, 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 bang. Some dude got shot right out front of the apartment. I'm like, man, we're good. I'm not renting this place, man. I'm good. He's like, no, it doesn't happen all the time. I go, once is enough, man. I'm not moving my wife and kids over here.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, that's what I was going to ask you next. When I moved here, I moved by myself. You had a wife and kids. So tell me how that went.
It was nuts. So at the time, my oldest was 12.
Okay.
My son was 2. He turned 3 on our trip here. And then the wife was pregnant with our 3rd on the way here.
Okay.
And we almost lost the baby on the way here.
Oh.
Because the wife was stressed out. It was all like, pack everything up on this day and move.
Yeah.
And when it goes back to like find a place to live, I stopped at Engine 42, Truck 3's house.
Okay.
And I was doing all the testing and the final processing.
Yeah.
And I met a guy there. I was like, hey, I'm trying to rent this house or place or something. He's like, well, if you're still here in the morning, come by and see me, and I'll take you to where my neighbor's at. He's renting his house. They're moving to New York, so I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's going to rent it. So I'll introduce you to him.
Oh, that's cool.
So he introduced me to that guy, and that's the house we ended up renting for 5 years.
Who was that?
Dennis Cross.
Okay, that's cool. No, I didn't know that part about the story. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome.
So we move here, right? We're on our way. Now, I haven't talked to this guy that's where I'm renting this house from, except for when I came out here for final processing. And he said, I'm going to rent you the house. So now we're moving with no guarantee of a house. So I'm like, man, we're just going to pull up to this place. I don't even know the guy's information.
Yeah.
I met him once. I talked to him like 2 or 3 times. And I hope this happens because I got a U-Haul truck with all my stuff, a pregnant wife, and 2 kids.
Yeah.
He came by and locked the door. We slept on the floor that night, and he's like, "I'll be by tomorrow to figure everything else out."
Okay. Where was the house at?
114th of Washington on the south side.
Okay, cool. That was a nice place. I had been over there before.
Yeah, that little tiny house we had.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, worked out perfect for what we needed. And then we got too big for it. So
hey, that's growing, booming, bustling family.
Then we bought a house, and you know that story. And then
we
sold that house to the house we got now.
Well, let's talk about it. I mean,
about the crazy house.
Yeah, as much as you want, as you want to get into it.
How much you want to know about the crazy house?
How much do you want to spill about the crazy house? I can
tell you all about the crazy house.
Let's go.
About the parties with the kids, the peeing on the side of my house, the fist fights, the rocks in the pool, beer bottles in the pool, the neighbors trying to fight me, neighbors trying to jump me.
Yeah.
Motorcycles at 3 o'clock in the morning just to rev up the motors, throwing rocks at the windows, kid hitting rocks off my car. So it was long, like dealing with the police and all the problems we had to do and go to court. And
so was
about $13,000 later in court costs. Nothing came from it. Restraining orders. Nothing came from it.
So it's another introduction to Chicago.
Yeah, it was just another jam it in there.
Yeah, another. Hey, you here now?
Well, that's all right.
Okay.
Then we sold that house, got a new house, much better.
All right, good.
Nice neighbors.
Now, what made you even know to take the test? What were you doing? What was your previous job?
I was on the ambulance full time.
Okay.
And then a part-time fireman.
Okay.
So we were testing all over the place. We tested in L.A., Las Vegas, Portland, you name it. Yeah. Everywhere. We were just testing everywhere.
That's what I did too. That's what kind of I talk about in the book is just going around testing wherever.
Just took tests.
Yeah.
It's just trips. That's all we used it for. Hey, man, it's 5 of us. Let's go here.
Yep.
Let's go here.
Yep.
Let's go here.
I remember I was going to go to Hawaii to take the test because my chief at the time brought in an application in Honolulu, and I was like really thinking, how am I going to get out here to take this test?
How am I going to swing this?
Yeah, but needless to say, I didn't get to take that one.
Yeah, we went and took Vegas' test. We just used it, like I said, as trips.
Yeah, that's part of the fun, part of the experience. You know, you get to see the country, you get to meet, because everywhere you go, mostly you talk to other firefighters.
And you start seeing the same people at different tests. Like, oh, man, I saw you at the last test. I saw you at the last test. Exactly. You get on yet? Oh, no, I'm still waiting on this list or that list.
Yep. That's exactly how it goes. You see guys from all over the country. I saw a guy here that I saw in Boston. Another guy I know, he ended up getting hired FDNY. He ended up getting hired in New York. So, yeah, saw guys all over the place.
Testing route.
Just right, testing route. And you know, when those tests come out, it's like a big deal, especially for big cities.
Yeah.
So
I always wanted to do the big city, so it worked out.
Now, like I said, we were in the academy together, and we were in the same group together. Seems like we were in the academy for forever.
Like what was it, 7 or 8 months?
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, it went a little long.
Ridiculous.
It went a bit longer than it was supposed to go. So,
thanks, Daly.
What'd you say?
I said, thanks, Daly. All because of the Olympics.
Yeah, all because of the Olympics. Well, that's part of the reason why we got hired, too.
That we didn't get anyway.
And that we didn't get, yeah. That's probably a blessing that we ended up not getting it, but hey, who knows? We're here now.
Yeah.
So,
too late. Stuck with me now.
Where'd you go out of the academy once you got out?
Engine 120.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an adventure. Well, my officer got fired 2 weeks after I got on the job because he was on last chance.
Oh, okay.
So he got fired. And then we had no officer.
Mm-hmm.
And I got stuck with a handicapped kid. He was our officer. He always liked to lick your face and try to hug you, call you dog. What's up, dog? And he gave the girls perfume and like a bunch of other stuff. His first day was weird. It was weird. He was a weird little dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was special.
No names, please.
No.
Yeah, not for that one.
No. But he gone now.
Okay, so where else did you go?
I went to Engine 15.
Okay.
I was like, I gotta get away from this dude.
Yeah.
So I went there for a couple years, and it's so slow. I want to go to a truck. 4 at opening, so I was like, I'll go to a truck.
Yeah.
They get fires.
Mm-hmm.
They got one of the biggest stills in the city. Give it a shot.
Yep.
Went there, then truck 50 opened, and
went
boom.
there. Yeah.
I'll stay there till I get promoted or my body gives up.
Okay, I'm with it. Truck 24 used to be the only single truck house, not anymore. Where they just got new designated area, and they turned into a aerial tower, or not an aerial tower, tower ladder. Sorry. Yeah. They turned it to a tower ladder, so good for them. Shout out and they got a brand new house built. So
30-something guys in the same house.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
You don't like those big houses?
I don't like the big houses.
I kind of like. I'm in a big house now.
Too many personalities. I like ours. It's 12 people there. That's good.
You like small numbers. And you know what?
30-something guys is too much, man. It's too much.
That's the beauty about being in the city and working for the city. There's so many options and so many different places you can go and so many different things you can do. Now, speaking of that, one thing that I admire about you is that you really have taken advantage of being on a big city fire department. You've been on TV shows. You start speaking yet? You get speaking roles yet?
Like I said, man, I got a face for radio. That's why I'm doing this.
Anyway, you been on Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, Chicago everything else. I just see you in the background.
Just a blur.
Making faces.
I can't say names, but there's a guy that's a lot more famous than me on this job.
I'm trying to get him, but he keep dodging me.
Yeah, well, that's what he does.
I'm going to catch up to him.
That's what he does.
I'm going to get him one day. Yeah. And then I'm going to talk.
Well, he'll only talk to you if you got a camera on him, so you got to put a camera over here.
We have those capabilities here.
He'll do a podcast if you show his face. It's in his contract.
We do that here. So I'm going to try and catch him. That's how I'm going to hook him. But, so like I said, you take not only TV shows, I mean, weren't you in a couple of movies also? Or
yeah, I did a couple movie things, just background stuff. So
tell me about that. What clicked in your head to say, I'm going to go do this as well as...
It's like, hey, man, what I got to lose, right?
Right.
Send it a picture and see what happens.
Okay.
Now, all these years later and all the episodes later, get to do some cool stuff. The polar plunge with him every year.
Yeah.
The wife gets to go to parties and meet all these famous people. And
yeah.
Shake hands and hug Dick Wolf. And
yeah.
Who am I?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have really taken advantage of being
and then she gets
in
to
the
go
big city.
Dance with actresses, and I'm just there like, hey.
You just hanging out. Yeah, hey, I'm just holding her coat.
Just the guy that brought her, that's all. Don't worry about me.
And she looks like she's having a ball every time.
Loves it. She loves it.
Okay.
Chicago's growing on a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
It was a rough patch there for a while. She was ready to pack up and leave, but...
I mean, can be stressful coming from the whole other coast of the country.
And leaving everybody. There was no family here. We didn't know anybody.
Exactly. So
it was like, hey, let's just do this.
Yeah.
And to her credit, she said, hey, let's go.
Yeah. And then it was just y'all. And I mean, for some people, like me, for instance, I get mad. I can just hop in my car and make a little drive. For you can't do that.
No.
Yes.
I get mad. I got to get on a 4-hour plane ride and be mad the whole time.
And be mad the whole time. Right.
Just want some leg room.
And then you got to buy the ticket and everything else. And
yeah,
it's just a mess. Well, tell us a little bit about your family. I know you got a daughter that's in the armed forces, right?
Yeah, my oldest is in the military. She's in the Air Force.
Okay.
She's in security forces. She's a cop.
Okay.
I told her she's going to regret. She would have been a fireman.
For now.
Yeah, when you go and see us, relaxing.
Now, how old is she?
She's 22.
22? You going to have her come back and take the test?
No.
No?
I don't want her coming back here.
Okay.
She can go where she wants to. I told her to use the military and go travel. Go see the world.
Spread her wings and fly.
But then she got married.
Okay.
And now she has a baby. She had a baby 2 weeks ago, so now I'm a grandpa.
So now you're Grandpa Fox.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Be a grandpa.
I told her that there was 2 other places you could do that doesn't happen, and I got told stop talking.
Okay. Well, I'm with whoever told you to stop talking.
It was the wife. Yeah.
I'm with that. That's funny.
And then I got my son's. He's 14 now already.
Okay.
And my little one that was born in the academy, she's almost 12.
Yeah, so that's your Chicago baby, for real.
She's got a definite Chicago attitude.
She got a Chicago, so tell me about that. Tell me about that.
Is a handful. A child does not take anything from anybody. She sticks up for herself just fine.
I'm with that. Yeah. That's great. Like you said, she got the Chicago attitude.
I got a big dog. He's 130 pounds. She'll grab him and pull him around the house. I said, get over here and sit down.
It's got to be something in the water here.
Who are you? What is...
Because I say the same thing about my daughter. She was born here, and she is like from a whole nother planet.
Yeah, mine is... She's... Yeah. The West Coast doesn't know what to do with her anymore when she goes back. She's like, oh, what's wrong with you? Same thing I get when I go back. Like, oh, man, you're so mean. No, I'm not. Just...
You dug in now.
I'm here.
Yeah. See, we can't see a picture of it. Got the Chicago tattoo. So you like
higher date.
Okay.
Daughter's birthday because she was born when we were in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then back home on there. And then that was for my mom that just died.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
And then my daughter, and then one for her too.
Okay, well, that's what's
it's a start to body decoration.
Yeah, but Grandpa Tat.
Yeah, it'll be all faded and scaly skin with a liver spot on it.
Oh, that'll be cool. It'll be fine. As long as you stick around long enough to spend some of that retirement dough.
That's it, buddy. It's my goal.
Now, another thing that you did while you're here, because like I said, you take full advantage of being in a big city. You were on the football team, right?
Still am.
Okay, well, tell me about that. Y'all just had a fundraiser, right?
Yeah, we just had a fundraiser, and our first game was last weekend before last.
Okay.
In Orlando.
How'd that go?
Not good.
But y'all hadn't played in a
we
while,
hadn't played
right?
in like 2.5 years.
Because
I
of
hadn't
COVID.
played in 2.5 years.
Right.
It was my first game back.
Mm-hmm.
I only got to play a quarter and a half. I got a knee to the head and got knocked out.
Oh, man.
But to my credit, I went back and kept playing with no idea
that you were playing.
That I was playing.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you where 20 minutes of the day went. It was just gone.
Okay.
Just gone.
Welcome CTE.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, when did we have 2 minutes left in the second quarter? When did they score? And the doc goes, you were out there. I go, man, I don't know where the last 20 minutes went. He goes, man, give me your helmet. You're done.
Yeah,
yeah. But I already went out and played again.
Nah.
Like, don't. And then I went back and watched the game film. You can see me stagger off the field, and nobody caught it. And I said, man, no wonder you were yelling at me.
Please be careful. That's all I have to say to that.
Well, I'm 43 years old. I probably shouldn't be playing football that much longer anyway.
Hey, players, Tom Brady's still playing. I mean, even though he played quarterback.
I'm no Tom Brady. I know people can't see this on the microphone, but this body does not. No.
Does not reek of Tom Brady.
No, it reeks, but it's not a Tom Brady-ness.
Okay, what position do you play on the team?
Defensive end.
Okay, what about? So you say you might not be playing for that much longer. Play for as long as you can. But the thing about it is, would you think about helping out in other ways?
Yeah, I'll be a coach.
Okay.
I like coaching.
Okay.
I coached my kids' football team until he went to high school.
That's what I was about to ask, too, because you used to coach here as well.
I've coached with Ray, one of our
one of our instructors.
Yeah, we coached for years together. And then he went to high school. Coaches there now. So.
He just had a game. They just
punished somebody.
Yeah,
it was like 43-0.
Yeah, they beat somebody up pretty bad. I just saw that.
Okay. He's an offensive guy, and I'm a defensive guy, so it worked good. Because
that'll work.
It's like talking different language to me. I don't know. You want me to do what? Looks like a bunch of squiggly lines on paper. I don't know where you're going.
Hey, you just go hit somebody. That's all.
Hit the guy with the ball. That's it. I got it.
That's all we need you to do. Okay. Well, that's cool. That's
just get in the way.
Hey, it don't seem like being in the way to me. You guys go out there. You guys have fun. I mean, I remember I had some buddies here, and I was telling them, I said, yeah, it's a football game. They said, is a fireman playing football? I said, yeah. And we drove past the thing. And he said, how many cars are there? Like, is that many people actually go to? I'm like, yes, I'm telling you, it's a real game.
When we played the cops, it used to be like the big thing. It'd be like, almost 1,000 people, 2,000 people. Now it's kind of like died off a little bit, but hopefully it comes back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes back.
Yeah, we'll get everything back going. They had a baseball team. They played the cops. Hockey.
They got rugby.
Boxing. Rugby.
They tried to get me to do the boxing. I said, man, look, no.
Already got enough going on.
Yeah, I don't need to be all concussed up in here.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We had another couple of classmates to do the boxing too. So yeah, hopefully boxing will come back. That is coming up in April.
Yeah, they had to cancel it last year. So
yeah, so they might cancel it this year. We'll see.
We'll see. It might be back.
It might be back, or maybe they'll push it a little bit further out. But that's always a good time. I mean,
I've never been to that, but I want to go to that.
Oh, you never been there?
No.
Oh yeah, it's a good time.
I've heard it's a good time.
Yeah, everybody gets together. Not too many fights other than what's in the ring.
Yeah, it's just,
cop
like any police fireman event.
Well, you know all about that from the show, right?
Yep, the show or football.
Anytime
we play the police department, there's an issue.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting separated.
Yeah.
One of the guys from the other team we just played got ejected because he threw a punch at one of our guys.
Yeah.
Now both benches are cleared and game on.
But the thing that's so sweet and it's so dope about it is, we competitive, we fight in these games, but like when we see each other in the street, like for real, it's like super love. Yeah. It's all love. So
a lot of things go,
That's one of the great things about this profession. So other than that, anything else you want to say about the city of Chicago? Anything I didn't touch on?
Nah, man, it's been a fun ride. I got 12 more years, and that's it.
Oh, you already got the countdown on?
Man, I got the calendar with the cross marks. Check the stuff out.
I ain't got that far yet. Yeah. I feel like I can go for forever.
No.
And, with this podcast and book and stuff, I'm trying to transition a little bit into what I'm going to do next, but it's still going to be this.
12 more, now give me the 55, and see you later.
Where you going?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Not back west.
Not back west?
No, I just was out there. That place has lost its mind.
Really? Tell me about it.
Filthy. There's garbage everywhere, tents everywhere. My grandma just sold her house.
Mm-hmm.
She's moving to California. She's lived in that house for years.
Wow.
Her and my grandpa were together. You know?
Wow. Okay.
And she's like, I can't do it because people are living in tents right outside the house, and she can't walk down the street because there's needles everywhere. And there's garbage everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, that doesn't sound.
You go downtown, there's tents right up against buildings and restaurants, and trying to eat, and people are outside peeing and pooping, and it's yeah. I got out the overpass, like came around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy was standing there with his stuff out, just going
to the
bathroom. So if you got kids in the car, guess what they're looking at when you get off the highway? Stuck at the red light. There's a guy just looking at you.
That's no good.
Yeah, that's what it's like there. It's everywhere. So it's getting bad.
Yeah, okay. Well, I haven't been out there.
Maybe I go to Florida. I like Florida.
You like Florida?
Yeah, we were just out there. It was nice.
That is my least favorite state. But I took tests there. So no, I like Miami.
You don't want to be there now. They closed that down the other day.
I know. They was out there twerking on police cars and everything else.
Yeah,
but
gotta twerk.
Gotta twerk, gotta do what you gotta do.
When the mood hits, you gotta go.
I'm with that.
That's my jam. I gotta do it.
Well, I like how you got a plan. It seems like you had a plan coming here. You worked that plan. You still working that plan. You ain't gonna tell us where you're gonna go, but you got a plan
Probably Florida.
To leave.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. Well, somewhere southern.
We have to come see you. No state income tax.
No.
Yeah, I had to come check you out.
Look at the houses already, man. Trying to get myself ready.
I'm with that. Well, Lewis, thank you so much for coming through. This was kind of a last minute thing, and you was like, "Hey, I come talk about whatever you want me to talk about."
It's easy, man.
Yeah, hey, it's
easy to talk about life when it happens.
Exactly, it's easy. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Anytime, bro.
With that being said, we're gonna end this episode and come back to you hopefully sooner than it took me last time to get back, but we're going to come back with another episode of Department 3C Presents, a podcast. And in the meantime, you can reach out to me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Department 3C. I like how you laughing in the background.
Yes.
But
I was going to say something. But
say it. Come on. We here.
Tinder.
We on record. Tinder? No, I'm not on Tinder. What's the other one?
I don't know, but you probably swipe right.
Okay, bud, I'm with that. Thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of love I get from these people who just give me the finger every day. That being said, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.